So at Finastra, I run our service operations group. We amalgamate kind of three functions or teams. One is our command center, where we receive all of our IT alerting. Our network operations center is our 24/7 critical response team, and then our major incident management team, where we dedicate resources to quarterback any large incidents within the organization. Primarily, we use IT alerting to mobilize our resources, where we have in and around 50 teams that are located globally, where at a couple pushes of a button with our integration with ServiceNow, we're able to mobilize as many teams as required to get to mobilize our resources to investigate and respond to any kind of technical issue that we're having. Previously, we have metrics on years ago before we had ITA that would say that it would take us up to an hour and a half to mobilize our resources when you have a single individual picking up the phone and calling people, when you need 5, 10, 15 different individuals, where now with a couple pushes of a button, we're reducing that time down to minutes, or sometimes even seconds. So it's very easy to measure where we were versus where we are today. So we've obviously seen a financial impact. We know that 1 minute of outage on some of our applications is $50,000, right? So right there's an immediate financial benefit. There's obviously our reputation as well. Finastra being a relatively new entity, we have to be very cognizant of our brand and ensure that we are mobilizing our resources in those situations that arise where technology fails or where we have to mobilize these resources to address an issue. So those are the two primary ways that we would measure that. Most of what we're doing right now is looking at automation, right? So how do we affect a monitoring alert to engage our major incident management process and all the steps in between. So right now, let's say typically we have a 45-minute response time from when an alert comes in to when we send our initial notification. Through some automation using ServiceNow and integration with Everbridge, we can make that minutes, where we could receive an alert from a system and then automate incident creation, escalation, and engagement of resources without any user intervention. So again, we'll be cutting that time down to response dramatically. Really, because we've had such success in our major incident management process, we've had these other groups come to us in physical security and cybersecurity and business resiliency and say, hey, we want to do what you guys are doing. We want to affect that kind of automation that you guys have, that mobilization that you guys have. So really it's about looking at how we choose the right tools to centralize all of these things to one plan, to one response, one platform, if you will, and then take advantage of that good cadence and process that we've had in the past, dealing with IT incidents, but spreading that across all different disciplines.